I'm Captain at Stanford, Texas Fish Tips. It's your weekly fishing report.
Okay, guys, incoming tide on this Lydian channel right through here. Croaker in the morning's been catching a few nice trout. Not a whole bunch, but catching some good ones. There's a few reds right up on that bank. You can get that little ditch right down through here. Catch you a couple of trout. Come on out. Get on down this shoreline, all the way down Quarantine Shoreline. It's been holding some nice trout all the way down through here. Croaker, if you can find some piggies, it works better if you can get them. But we can't always find them. With croaker, you can go get those. Shrimp, free line works too, but you catch a lot of hardheads, a bunch of other stuff along with them. You catch smaller trout and smaller reds. But if you chunk that shrimp up on that bank or menhaden right down through here, you'll catch some redfish. They're all scattered through. You catch one or two, move on down, catch another. Keep on doing it. Well, there's been a lot of fish out the end of these jetties, either the south or the north jetty. You're not supposed to walk out on them, but some people still do. I don't care if you do. But there's still some fish being caught if you're in a boat out there. Now, if you get out on this surf, anywhere down through, there's been all kinds of small sharks, some trout. Just look for the birds. If you find some birds, stop and fish them a little bit. Keep your nose into the waves. Don't anchor stern first in them waves, but it's been nice and calm all down through here. But there's a couple of openings right about in here where those dunes are open. We've been catching some nice fish in there. If that don't work, keep on going. We've been going all the way up here to the ranch house. See where this airport is right down through? That's the ranch house. That's where we can catch some nice trout between the first and second gut, sometimes right on that second bar. Croaker, if you got a bigger croaker, works pretty good. Shrimp, catch a few, but mainly catch the smaller ones. But you catch a lot of whiting if you throw shrimp out there. Now, we've been catching some redfish all up in there on that first gut, throwing up on that sand. Get you some menhaden, chunk him up there on the front. With a lead weight, as far up in there as you can get it, and let it set, just like you would in a bay. Put it in a rod holder, don't do nothing. He'll bend that rod over. There's also, you can do it with a croaker. Piggy perch will work if you can find them, but cut bait has been working the best. Cut mullet will work. Anywhere's down there, all the way down to Cedar Bayou. And be careful going to Cedar Bayou. There's still dredging over there. It's muddy water, lots and lots of menhaden there. We go about a mile, 2-3 miles out past Cedar Bayou along that beach. And there's been some really good redfish down there. Out there in front of Dagger, there's some nice redfish. Out in the deeper water, all down through here, those pockets and little deeper channels, been catching some nice trout on croaker and piggies. But if you get up there right up on that beach, anywhere's them little pockets of sand you see up there, them nice, pretty pockets. There's been some nice redfish in there. Throw you some cut mullet or cut ladyfish works great. But if you ain't got it, use cut menhaden or cut mullet works. But if you get you some shad, break you some shad apart, chunk them pieces in the water, throw it out there, chum a little bit. Yeah, the crabs will eat it up and it'll get all the other fish, but it'll get them stirred up in there. If you just got mullet, it'll work. Do the same thing, but shad works better because it's got that flavor. If you got some old ladyfish, chunk it in there. It'll work. Even though it's old and mushy, it'll still work. But anywhere down there has been holding some nice redfish. Over here in Ingleside, right between these two islands, between Berry Island and South Island, there's been holding some redfish right up on the bank. Cut ladyfish is working better than anything. You use shad, you can use cut mullet. If you got some piggies, throw them up there on a Carolina rig. Them redfish and the flounder will hit them. Been working pretty good. Right down through this whole bank's been holding some nice trout. Croaker and piggies works. But if you throw that shrimp or you throw a cut menhaden right up on that bank, there's been some nice redfish all down through here. This whole area, this whole shoreline's been holding them. There's a few drum if you throw shrimp in there. You may find a few perch, but keep on working them. You'll find them schools of drum in here. If you'll get all the way over in Portland Shoreline, all the way down through here, it's been holding redfish right up on the bank. Out here in this deeper water, been holding some trout. Croaker's the way to go. Cut ladyfish for the reds and menhaden. Cut mullet works, but croaker and piggies out here in this deeper water, it's been working great. Now keep your bow into the wind. That way you don't get swamped. Unless it's just dead calm. But there's been some really nice fish in here. Also been some trout right along these rocks, right down through on popping cork and shrimp. Some artificial has been working too, but popping cork and shrimp's been working real good on here. Out here in Corpus Christi Bay, all down through here, there's about 50 wells and gas wells and platforms. Anything sticking up out of that water. There's been some nice trout caught in there on croaker. Piggy works pretty good. If the bite is slow, throw a free line shrimp up in there. You might get a sheep's head or a drum mixed in, but there's been some nice trout mixed in there with them. But if you don't catch them on one little well, go to the next one. Just keep on working. Get another well, catch one or two, go on to the next one. There's been some really good trout out there lately.
Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Stanford.